Coming at you from Scratchin Wolf Studio. It's that time again to rage across the internet. It's your very favorite World of the Apocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Porter. Sitting across from me, the man who cannot be denied, it's Triple D, Danny D. Tyson.
Hey, everybody.
Coming out from the heart of Texas, it's our own CJ McCall.
Howdy, y'all.
And from the far away in the long, long ago, it's M the Wonderful.
Hello, hello.
There we go. And welcome to Rage Across the Internet. If this is your first time, this is the podcast where we talk about all aspects of World of the Apocalypse, from the storyteller to the player, beginner to expert. We cover it all, and a little more. If it's not your first episode, welcome back, and this one might be more or less hinged than last week. How about that Rite of Passage episode, huh?
Yeah, it was fun.
And extra thanks to M for making that workable.
Yeah. We'll see how that turns out.
Let's see, now I've called you out. I've fucking already.
You have to make it
work. Now you got to make it good.
We're expecting a miracle.
Which I'm going to thank you, Em, because the help on the edits have been awesome. So,
yeah.
Again, thank you. Because, you know, the changes in my life have been kind of crazy recently, so...
You're not going through menopause for the fifth time.
I mean, with the hot flashes that I'm having today.
I was going to say, these are hot flashes.
I understand it's hot out, but that is not a hot flash, okay?
Yeah.
And don't start flashing to make it a hot flash.
It is now.
I've liked editing some of these. Like, one, it's nice to know that it's not all on you and we're not, oh no, last minute trying to get the episode in, right?
Right, which I try not to do already, but...
There's so many
life
episodes.
Happens.
So.
Right.
I've experienced how long it takes to edit some of these and get some of the nonsense out. I see why they run a little late.
Well, I'm happy that someone else has experienced the bullshit then. Thank you.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
But they're fun. I enjoy doing it.
It's also nice to contribute in a way other than giving good ideas for episodes. Hair flip.
Great.
Yep.
Good rate.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. So before we get to the episode proper, we have a little segment we like to call This Week in Bullshit. Something where we go talk about stuff that's not werewolf for a change, let you know what's going on in our lives a little bit or what we're interested in. It's the thing that keeps us sane.
A little bit, yeah.
So where are we starting off? Who's got something for us today?
Something that I'm slowly working on that might become something more here in the future. I found a little mom and pop local game store that's actually fairly close to me and not an hour drive away now.
Hey,
that has rooms open for like renting to do like tabletop games or stuff like D&D. And they've got a few World of Darkness books, all 5th edition, sadly. But I've heard some people, while playing games of, you know, BattleTech or Warhammer or whatever, I've heard some people talking about the World of Darkness and the, like, I wonder what this is and all that. So I might be working on starting to pitch werewolf to a few of these people and seeing about getting some werewolf stuff into this game store. Because I might have started talking them into get a BattleTech, and that's starting to go well.
I think not only is that excellent, but I think you should let them know that if, you know, maybe, I mean, I'm not saying sponsored, but
it is a cool podcast.
We could drop a name or two.
Yeah, definitely get a good shout out there.
Right? If, you know, scratch our back a little bit. Maybe not Danny's.
No, don't put my name in there.
We don't want them Googling that to make sure, because it won't be. Tell them to keep safe search on if they look up Daniel Tyson.
Whoa!
Yeah, or skip the registry link.
Danny, have a seat.
Wow. Have a seat. You don't want to do that. No, come back, please. Come back.
No, that's fucking awesome, Siege. You got to keep us apprised of that.
Mm-hmm. I will. It's slow roll right now. Not too many people are interested in anything other than Magic or Warhammer at the moment, but I will definitely keep you guys up to date.
You know what you could do?
Mm-hmm.
You could
Let
go
them know about a certain podcast.
Well, certainly. But when they're playing Magic, you can be like, "You want to see some real magic?" And then flip the table and hand them the core book. I made your dumb shit disappear. Here's something awesome. Magic.
Why spend $60 on a single card when you could just get a really dope book that can double as a weapon with how heavy it is?
Right.
And then for another few grand, you can keep going with more books.
Well, that's probably not the pitch.
Yeah. Maybe for the Warhammer guys.
All right, that's fair.
It's like chasing Firefly.
Hey, nice.
Is it?
I don't know, maybe.
Emmy, got anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. It's not super exciting, but I finally kind of got a job down here.
Excellent.
Just for this, yeah, it's just for the summer, and it's definitely part-time. But I'm cleaning at the local grocery store in town in the early mornings, and it's been nice getting out of the house. Yeah, it's been real nice getting out of the house. And I will be getting a paycheck too, so I can use that money to...
Buy more books.
No, I was thinking maybe paint and carpets, not carpets, but like rugs and decorations. Things to make the house a little bit more looking like a woman lives here.
I mean, that's probably a good idea. I wouldn't paint the carpet, though.
No,
I would just get different colored carpet.
yeah, it's probably a better idea.
Yeah, I'm not actual carpet, just like rugs, to
But-
go.
But still, but I wouldn't paint the rugs. Just get the rug in the color that
Yeah.
you want.
Oh, okay. I'll try to keep that in mind.
I just, look, I'm not an expert. I just thought it would help.
Save some
all
money
right,
that
all
way.
right.
Save a few
Yeah,
bucks.
yeah.
Well, you could use paint for the walls too, but
Right.
I think if you paint the rugs, it's going to ruin the texture of the rug. Mm-hmm. Like you're not going to want to put your feet on there.
Nah.
The original idea was to paint the rugs, but I think I will paint the walls instead.
There you go. You get a couple glyphs for the walls too.
Yeah. I like the idea.
Maybe get some UV paints of the same color so that way when you shine a light, it shows up the glyph like magic.
Yikes.
Like,
I
just
don't want to
pee
shine
then.
UV light on these walls.
But just pee.
Oh, burn. Take that, Mac.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Well, I have a cat. I don't know what she's doing when we're gone.
Leaving some Bostet glyphs around them.
Maybe. I cleaned her litter box out this morning and whew,
I believe that. That's
Yeah,
usually, I would think.
that's what happens with a cat.
That's why best stats don't have cairns.
Right.
Could you imagine that box?
No.
Ugh.
Gross.
oh man.
Damn it, guys. We said lupus only.
Oh.
Cat lupus. Cat
Cat
lupus
lupus.
only.
Calupus.
Chalupas?
Huh? Chalupas? Oh boy. All
We're
right.
starting to get hungry since the food's already being talked about.
You know what's funny is I'm not. It's entirely too hot for that.
Right now, a little bit.
Fair.
So,
What do you guys got this week?
Danwell?
so we talked about last week how my journey is starting back up, but we did just record that episode, so you're not going to hear about it just yet. But because of my, we'll call it new start here, I'm back in the video games, and Once Human, and Valheim, and Marvel Rivals too, but back on track, starting those games, essentially starting them over. Oh, it's just been so much fun. I'm glad I got it back in my life. The internet, guys, oh man.
Yeah, this clown was without internet for like a month and a half.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Do you only have internet-based games?
No, but he refuses to play the others.
There were other things going on at times. It was just difficult to do.
Okay, you were without time.
It was... No, sometimes I forgot. Sometimes I just
You were torturing yourself on purpose. I got it.
Not on purpose. I was torturing myself, just not on purpose. How about that?
Okay, all right.
Did I just say
I'll
purpose?
accept it.
You did say porpoise.
Yes, you did.
Fuck.
Yep.
I can't even take that out now.
You did that.
I did.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. But no, my life's back on track. Games are back on the menu, and I'm so happy. It's been so much more fun again. Shit, I haven't played the Destiny in like probably 6 months, if not longer.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
But I still have friends that were playing, so I was like, I'm going to play this. But like, I have all these updates. It's going to
Do you? You've abandoned them for months. And you're like, who's this asshole?
That's kind of what was said. He goes, who the fuck was that who just showed up? I'm like, hey, guys. No, seriously, who is that? I'm like, oh, okay. But, yep, back on track. It's fun. Games are good again. The game team, the Wednesday night game nights. Oh.
Well, those all still happen. That didn't stop.
You're right, but I was just there, like, watching from my phone, because that was the little source of internet I had. Thank God for unlimited data. Yeah, that's about it. That's just getting my life back on track.
All right. Excellent.
What do you have for us, Porter?
Well, shit, man. I don't know. You know what I do? I don't remember if I've talked about this or not. If I did, it was a couple weeks ago, but like there's an update. So if I have already, fuck it, this is the update. So, we often, we have in the past struggled to find games that we use for those Wednesday game nights. There's criteria. Mm-hmm. There's the fucking check boxes. Like, is it crossplay? That's important. Not everyone, like CJ is on his PlayStation and I'm on my PC. Fucking, you want something, you know what I mean? We want something that everyone can play.
Yes.
Free is helpful.
Very.
It's not necessary, but we prefer free because now everyone can, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's good multiplayer. Hopefully more multiplayer is better. That's why Rivals is great, because we can have
16 people.
At least 12 or 12 playing actively, and then we can have people spectate and swap in for custom games. That's a lot. It's great. And we started with Dead by Daylight was one of the big ones,
because we can get 5.
Well, right, but also we really liked Dead by Daylight.
Yes,
that has run its course for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even the FNAF chapter brought me back, and I was excited for that for a while.
I know.
It's
kind of a bummer.
I stand by it. Like, as much as it turned into like this fun kids property, I guess the original roots of that is the haunted Chuck E. Cheese with like the child murders and shit. I was into it. It was good horror that wasn't sanitized.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I digress. It did that. Not even that brought me back in. And we tried Texas Chainsaw for a while. Well, they, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point, announced that they were done with Texas Chainsaw.
Which is kind of crazy.
No, is it Alphonic or was it Gun?
I believe it was Gun.
I think it's Gun.
Okay, yeah. Well, because then Gun and Alphonic, because Alphonic did Killer Clowns.
Right.
Which tried also, but they were bound and determined to destroy that game.
Yeah.
So Killer Clowns, it didn't get the chance it needed because they fucked it up. The Texas Chainsaw had been running for quite some time, though. It was finally cross-run. We played it for a little bit.
It was a fun, tight game.
It was. We enjoyed it.
Many people involved.
Yeah, we needed more people.
Yes.
To get over that initial hump, but the problem was the content wasn't getting pushed out enough. Mm-hmm. And we were so far behind because it was an exclusive for a while before we could all play it.
Yeah.
And so the regular matches, we were already screwed because everyone was a pro, and we're like, which button makes them go?
It was pretty close.
Yeah. Gun announced the end of service on Texas Chainsaw.
Which is...
At the same time, there was this big launch for this new Jason Universe thing. Right? with Horror Inc., who Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller, and those were the two people behind the lawsuit. For Friday the 13th, right? It was Victor Miller versus Sean Cunningham. Well, now they've come together kind of under this Horror Inc., and they've announced this Jason universe. They unveiled the new design for Jason going forward, which is going to be part of the new Crystal Lake TV show they're working on, and the future movies, and Friday the 13th, the game. And so people kind of raise their eyebrow. Friday the 13th, the game, Gunn just announced end of service. Now, Gunn was part of the Gunn and Elphonic. They did Friday the 13th, the game that was shut down because of that website. So the rumors have been that the Friday the 13th game is coming back as like remastered.
Which would be awesome, because that's just how this kind of whole thing started.
Kind of, we were very excited. It's very exciting news. Now, to add to that, recently it has been announced that Gunn and Elphonic are working together on a secret project.
Okay, so
we can't prove anything, but interestingly enough, the teams that work together on the game are coming back now that they can work on a game again because the lawsuit has been resolved. And at the same time, the game that was existing is going into end of service, and I'm sure Killer Clowns is right behind it because they've ruined that game.
Mm-hmm. If it has,
got Elvira in it, and they still didn't.
Right, but I mean, it wasn't a complete game from launch.
No, it wasn't. They
still haven't. They did the year anniversary, and it's like they still haven't put in the progression system that was supposed to be there at launch.
Oh, geez.
Guess what? That's never coming. That game's over. Every few months, they release a cosmetic for way more money. The end.
Remember when they used to release completed games?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember those before times.
Right? That, like, a game would come out, and that was it. Mm-hmm. So if it wasn't done right, it was just ruined forever, and everyone would know that.
Mm-hmm. And wouldn't buy it anymore.
Right? And it would hurt the reputation of the company. And so like they wouldn't want to put out a game that was fundamentally broken.
Yeah.
Crazy how times have changed.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. I remember that.
But that's the thing with this, with I'm so excited that if this is true and they do a remaster of Friday the 13th, the game, oh my God.
That would be awesome.
We're doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, here's reality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it costs the firstborn of every 3 people. I don't even know what that means. We're doing it. I love that game so hard.
Yep, that game had such a great set of mechanics, and it played well no matter which side you were on.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, man. And you're right, because all those things that just keep adding to this possible solution here.
Right, we don't know that it's true, but it's the circumstantial as it may be. Mm-hmm. It's all rumor, it's all speculation because they can't announce it until they've got something to announce.
Yeah, it's all allegedly right now.
Right, but we know that they had a lot of stuff that they were working on and were almost done with when that lawsuit happened, and they got the cease and desist. And it wasn't their fault. People go, "Oh, they didn't run it into the ground." No. They didn't.
They were forced to.
Right. Victor Miller and Sean S. Cunningham were fighting over the rights of Friday the 13th, which created the cease and desist. So they had to stop working on the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking nothing they could do.
Keep working on the game that you may or may not actually have the rights to.
Right. Like, because even if they were behind the scenes working on it, they couldn't publish anything. So that's just wasted money and manpower.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They couldn't do it. They couldn't release anything. So what are they going to do? Just put it on hold for 3 years and then start? That's not how games work.
Mm-mm.
But with remasters, we might get it. So, I'm so excited.
Fingers crossed. Because again, there's a whole lot of speculation there, but like, these are kind of making sense.
We'll definitely keep you posted because I won't shut up about it. But that is This Week in Bullshit.
Yeah.
So moving on, we got a show. Last week, we started in on Rites of Passage, the Rite of Passage.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about
your first important challenges as a Garu.
Exactly. And really what that is it's essentially your rank 1 challenge. Because once one completes your Rite of Passage, you are now a Goliath. You are, quote, rank 1.
You're accepted into the Garu Nation.
Yes, and into a tribe. So let's go from there. And today, let's discuss the rest of those ranks. It's a rank challenge episode, folks.
Yep. So,
nice.
Okay.
Perhaps we should start off with how you get that rank challenge or what determines when you can get it. When do you level up as a Garu?
Well, here's the fun thing, right? Because this goes into renown. You know, you, at the end of your game or your chronicle or however your storyteller decides that you get to have your renown, will hand you your renown. Now, according to the book, you're going to get this renown and then you're going to go and get a Rite of Accomplishment performed. And this is done every, I think it's 28 days, I think it said. But we can just say month and that's fine.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what that
Every
does,
lunar month.
yeah, is it codifies a permanent renown. So essentially, and I don't like this already. This is something I change. So the idea is that once a month in this Rite of Accomplishment, it's supposed to be a big deal, right? You get there, you brag about your stuff, and that's an important part of Werewolf. And I endorse that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing I have a problem with is that this rite is the thing that makes your point of renown count. Your one perm of glory doesn't count until you do this rite. And it can only do one piece of renown per month.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the point of this,
That's gross.
right, the point as a game mechanic is to make it take longer to rank up.
Which I get, because it makes sense. Especially going the higher ranks. But...
Well, this points out it was kind of a fix to the flaw in the renown system.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you go to your renown chart in your core book, right, or the other charts that exist in other places hidden about the world of darkness, right, it is very easy to overload people on renown. And you are going to have a situation in your group, right, where let's look at the three of you, okay? Regardless of how the renown is given out, even if it's given out exactly the same, you will not be on even footing because the requirements to level up differ per auspice.
Right.
And you will inevitably, and I wish Tom were here, or well, Tom was playing a Thurge anyway. So if there was a Ragabash in this crew, it would be particularly egregious because while you might need a combination, like say 3 glory, 2 wisdom, 1 honor, right?
The Ragabash doesn't
Just need 6.
Yeah, there's no combination that the Ragabash needs.
Right. So the Ragabash will always be ready to level up first. And usually we'll have the renown to skip a couple ranks. You guys are ready for rank 2 and he's ready for rank 4. One of you might be ready for 3. Siege?
We actually have that situation right now. I'm 1 honor away from being able to technically go to rank 3 with Night Vet.
There you go.
And I am a lot of wisdom, permanent wisdom away from being able to go to rank 2 as a Thurge.
See? And this creates a problem. Because, you know, you go by that chart and this is how the cookie crumbles sometimes, and that sucks. So how do you fix that? Well, how they decided to do it was this Rite of Accomplishment.
Yep.
Okay. And I get it. It keeps it a slower pace, so you're getting it as you earn it, because there's no reason other than you have the points, CJ, for you to be rank 3 right now. That is ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I agree wholeheartedly.
So my solution, right, and I've had people not like this, but too bad.
But
You know what, doesn't have to be your solution. But here, my solution is you spend that renown. You trade your renown in for the rank.
Right.
So regardless as to whether or not you're about ready for rank 3, when you hit rank 2, CJ, all of that renown gets erased. Now, is renown and clout in the world of the game, obviously. It's not like people forget all the shit you did.
Right.
It all still counts.
Functionally, I still have the renown.
Right. But as dots on a sheet.
Mechanically, it's gone.
Right. You have traded those dots in for a rank.
And
It's like spending experience.
Basically.
Yeah.
And like a game, you need 500 XP to get level 2. Once you hit level 2, that XP gets reset to 0.
Right. Only it's all of it. And you go, well, what about the stuff on the way to the next ranks? Well, you don't have those yet because you shouldn't be that rank yet. That's the same thing as going, well, I should be rank 3 now. You shouldn't be. And it should be harder exponentially
yes,
to rank as you go up the higher ranks.
Considerably harder to go from 2 to 3 than it was 1 to 2.
Right. And
it also ranges in the Ragabash Edge case.
Yes,
so yes, going from 3 to 2, you only need 4 extra dots. But if you clear it each time, you need 3 dots to get to Goliath, technically. You need 7 dots to get to Foster. You don't just need to get 3 more. You need to get 7.
That's my solution. And and now you don't need the Rite of Accomplishment to where this is something that you have, right? You have that renown, but it doesn't count
towards
until 4 months go by. You know, that's giving you a fucking birthday present and telling you you're not allowed to open it.
Until your next
Right, your birthday's in 4 months, but I'm going to give you the present now, and you have to just sit here and look at it until.
You get paid bi-weekly, but you don't get to access the money till the end of the month.
Right. Where I'm going, well, yeah, you have it. You got to, but it's all of it. It costs 100% of your renown right now. You have it, it counts, and when you erase those dots, they still count in game, just not as a game mechanic.
Right.
Fucking boom.
And I do a slightly different thing with mine of I do more of a milestone where it's after big events or after big important story stuff, so like the end of a chronicle, maybe they'll be up for the rank if they've done something important enough. And I'm more or less tracking their renown, giving them the occasional update. But whenever they spend it, it's once again, does it fit the story when they get the actual renown to get the next rank?
Oh, that's absolutely part of it too. I 100% agree. That's absolutely part of it. You know, you guys know I also keep score of your renown behind the scenes and occasionally hand it out, which is a trust thing, and it's glad that we have that. I know not every group can have that. Because obviously, screw you guys over. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. You're not an ST, like, we're having to ask, like, okay, how did we get this XP? How did we get this renown? How did the math break down?
Which don't do that.
Yeah, please don't.
No.
Like, it's a personal pet peeve, but I feel like I'm maybe in tune with the storytellers out there. That is annoying. If I'm giving you a gift, don't ask me what it's for. It's for me, because I said so is why. And
if you feel like you have to ask your storyteller that,
you just wait till the end.
there might be a deeper problem there. Like, let's say, we're running a game. Danny, you get 3 XP. M, you get 3 XP. Porter, you get 1. And you all did the same thing? Yeah, maybe that's something to look into. Maybe you're not playing with a good group or ST. But don't be asking, like, hey, you all get 3 XP. Can we get the breakdown of that?
Yeah. No.
Like, what did we do to earn that XP?
Right. Or what you'll hear from me when I give it out, M, 3 glory, 2 wisdom. CJ, 2 glory, 3 wisdom. Danny, 2 glory, -1 wisdom, 2 honor. Why? Well, don't worry about it. Why?
Yeah.
Because some things you did well and some things you did poorly. But if I tell you that...
Yeah, then I'm going to change how I act the next time.
Right. And I'm not saying every player will, but even if you don't mean to, it's there in the back of your head. To go, oh, well, I know now that if I just tell the truth, I'm going to get a wisdom every time. So I need 3 wisdom to rank up. So I'm just going to fuck everything over and betray our dude by giving away his secret by being honest. Because my wisdom is more important. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
We're not accusing any person, but people do that.
Oh, I'm sure.
And people do that subconsciously. So you want to just remove that threat.
It's also one of the reasons why I don't do the temporary renown. I just give them the permanent when they've earned it, sort of thing. Because I've had a player who read through the renown chart. Like all of the, this gives us this renown, this gives us this renown. And they tried to math it out. What's the most
efficient
optimized way of combat to get to a next rank?
Jesus.
And that's where I stopped giving out the temporary and just occasionally doing the, hey, you take a permanent glory, you take a permanent wisdom.
It sucks when it comes to that because that's not what this game is.
No.
Right?
No.
There are other games that are about that,
And if I look at it like the TV show, like it was a TV show and it's going by Chronicle, right? I'll just look at the Silver Star. They want to rank up. They're going to ask for rank challenges, but they're going to, like Shalassie doesn't have enough wisdom or something. Well, I can't rank up yet. I don't have enough wisdom. I don't have enough points in that.
Yeah, they don't have access to their stat card.
Right, exactly. They don't have a little tattoo bar to let them know how many points of rage they have.
Tattoo bar. Perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I look at it that way. I look at it in the game itself, not as the mechanics. Because you don't need the mechanics to do it.
So, I mean, it's true. I mean, you don't even need the fucking dice to play, really. But
True, that too. But
yeah,
just thinking out loud.
This is something that you Yeah, this is something either your character feels they've accomplished something or has been told. You've earned the right to challenge for rank.
Yeah.
And, those milestones are important. But you bring up, and this is, because this is all relevant to it, right? But you bring up asking and challenge for rank, and that becomes the process, right?
Yep.
When you feel that you have enough renown, or you look at your sheet and you go, I got enough. What you do is you go to an elder, and I want to be clear, not an elder ranked Garu necessarily, not a rank 5 Garu, but a Garu who is your
Garu.
Yes, a Garu who is your elder. Yeah.
Yep. So anybody,
If you're a
higher than
Cliath, anybody above that rank, you can go to get your rank challenge. It's typically it's based on auspice, so you want to go to someone of your auspice. Mm-hmm. And there are no set guidelines as to what. There's no rule that says this is what a rank 2 challenge is for an Ahram. Emma has her hand raised.
What are the ranks? We keep saying ranks. We keep saying rank 1, rank 2. Some people might not know that there are 5 ranks.
Technically 6.
Technically 6.
Boom roasted. Jinx.
Oh, what's that one though? What's that
Legend.
one called?
Legend.
Okay, yeah. You're
Got
never
a few
playing.
ones.
No, you're not, but they
Not making it
exist.
to a legend.
Dryland is not a myth, damn it.
Dry. Thank you, Kevin Costner.
We have a link to prove that legend exists.
I mean, we could say 7 if we want to say Cub 0 rank.
Oh. See, they don't count though, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go from Cub to rank 1 is Cliath.
And then 2 is Fostern.
Yep. Cliath to Fostern.
3, Adrin.
Into Anthro. I always get those
And then-
confused because how dare they put the A ones next to each other.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Right? And then Elder.
Right, which is
Yep.
what you couldn't have come up with a different. Really, there wasn't another sound you could put down instead of elder.
Edler.
If we're making funny sounds for the ranks, fucking
Fostern, Adrin, Athro.
elder.
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 That's why I said
You're old. Congratulations.
old.
And then legend, which is in the Garu tongue, also pronounced Jordan. Someone mispronounced it Kobe once. I don't understand that, but
Doesn't even sound the same. How
right?
Weird.
It's a weird, yeah. It's a weird mistake to make. Is it in you?
So yes,
But no,
you
that's-
have to ask somebody who's a rank above any rank above you.
Correct. And because there isn't a template for this, right? It's not,
Yeah,
this
there's-
rank equals this challenge, period. It makes for storytellers a unique position because not only do you have to craft what the challenge is, but you need to base it off of the interactions between characters.
Yep.
Who did the player ask? What is the relationship between that player and that elder? That's going to factor into it. Mm-hmm. Personality of the elder, the tribe of the elder, both of those will factor in too, because they're making up the challenge.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I see that. Like, if I'm going to go to this elder, he's going to ask me, okay, we're going, as an Ahram, we're going to First Blood. But if I go to this one,
Who doesn't like you?
who doesn't like me,
They might tell you to go take a swim and hold your breath for 12 minutes.
possibly, yeah.
Don't come up until you reach that time.
Or you have to beat me in this challenge, and he's not going to let me win.
Oh, he shouldn't anyway.
But
Yeah.
like,
Kind of weirdo chaperone bullshit is that? See
no,
that
no,
there?
no. Nicely done. But like, he's not going to let me win.
I know.
Yep.
They wouldn't.
He wouldn't even try. He goes, I'm going to give him a chance. No, there is no chance
No,
of it.
well, no. Why would he let
No.
you win? It's a challenge.
And even if he's being like scrutinized by like the master challenge, okay, you have the chance to win. I'm gonna make you pay for it every second.
Now, it is important to note that the challenge does need to be winnable,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Don't ever be that guy, storytellers.
Nope. And if you have a character who that would be their reaction, this is where you have like the Master of Challenge step in. This is their job.
I mean, that's a plot point at that in there. So that's a different animal, but absolutely, you can't, you have to be doable.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. Whereas if you go to challenge somebody because you really want the challenge, but that challenger or the challengee
hates your guts,
hates you so much, they're not going to make it winnable.
But again, that's where the Master of the Challenge would step in.
Yeah.
And now they're doing it just out of spite.
That's where, once again, with the Master Challenge, they'll either say, no, you're not doing this, challenge somebody else, or I'm setting the challenge.
That's fair.
It can certainly be done.
Yeah, he's got the authority of challenges.
One would say he has a level of mastery.
Gasp.
Yes, he does.
Master of challenges. Gasp.
What?
And
Oh no. Crazy.
And one thing I will also remind storytellers, especially you new ones out there, the challenge has to be winnable. And maybe remember the scale of the rank they're going to. Because there's some challenges out there that I've heard that are like, what the fuck are you doing? Trying to do this. The Cliath Aron, who's trying to go to Foster. And, okay, cool. You see that hive over there?
Just keep an eye on it for a day.
Hope you get a chaperone.
Keep an eye.
Don't question why we're hanging this, thing of meat around your neck.
Well, in the orange vest too, so you're not mistaken for deer.
Yep.
For
But
And the sign says only 15.
But here's the thing, right? Is that maybe again? I make the joke, but watching over it, for a day or two or something, might be appropriate.
Yes.
Getting anywhere within spitting distance of that motherfucker is not a challenge to get to rank 2. That is insane.
No. Yeah, that's what the fuck are you doing? That's remember your scale.
Right. And that's the thing too, is these are all again based on auspice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. It really bears, remembering that, because that is the yardstick to which you are judge of the nation. How well you do the job that Luna gave you. You were born on this moon. This is your auspice. This is your job. This is how we judge you. And that's important when your character maybe doesn't mesh with that auspice as well.
Yep.
Like, you can be bad at your auspice. It's still your job.
Yeah.
But it also is how these challenges are. It's the lens we're viewing. Yeah. It's how they're determined.
It's not by your age. It's not by your tribe. It's by your auspice.
Right. The Ahraun is not going to get a challenge to go pacify a ghost or find a new spirit to help guard the Bawn. That is not an Ahraun job. That's not a Galliard job. That's not a Philodox job.
Yeah,
that's a Thurge job.
That's the Thurge, yes.
Like either one of those.
Be Uktana, but that's still not your job.
Exactly.
And you're not going to send the Thurge to go kill a vampire.
Right. Even if he's a Strider. Like all the best Thurges.
That might be a bonus, but that's not the challenge.
Exactly.
But like some of these challenges, like they weird. I don't want to say they weird me out, but like.
Well, let's not get ahead of yourself, Danny.
Okay.
Because what are you talking about?
You mean
I'm looking at the Ahraun challenge, right? Just for
the
a rank
examples
2.
given by the book?
Yes, just like a rank 2.
Well, hold on, because you're not. You're looking at. What are you looking at?
The Ahraun for rank 2.
From the revised storyteller's book.
Yes.
There we go. Let us know what you're looking at.
My mistake.
Because the people at home don't know the book you're holding.
That's my apologies.
It's all right.
I also didn't know what book he was holding.
See, yeah.
Okay. So from Storyteller's Handbook 3.
Right. That's. Yep.
There's a couple examples of Ahraun to go to rank 2.
Well, yeah, they have one example for every auspice through all the ranks, do they not?
Correct.
Yep. So you're talking the Aharon one.
But so defeat another Aharon in a formal duel. Absolutely, makes sense. But another example is stand vigil at a cairn's borders for 3 days and 3 nights without falling asleep.
Okay.
That's kind of boring.
Okay.
And it doesn't make sense.
And?
Well, what
But it's
about
your job?
Yeah, what doesn't make sense?
How do you do that in the mechanical, like, with mechanics here?
Willpower rolls?
Stamina rolls, willpower rolls.
Yeah.
Maybe
Doing
some
things.
forced excitement from like the challenger trying to invade the cairn.
Yeah.
Distractions being offered.
I like those ideas.
They have a pack do something, or they like get a spirit to do something to like catch you off guard. See if you are being vigilant in that area.
Okay. I asked for it. You guys gave it to me. Great ideas. I like
you
it.
Well, and we'll take you. I'll take you beyond that. Is maybe it's not interesting.
Yeah.
The purpose of the challenge is not to entertain you.
True.
Now,
It's a
the
test.
purpose of playing the game is to be entertaining and have fun. But sometimes life is boring and sucks. You know. Now that said, the examples that M and CJ gave are great things to change that up and to bring a little more life into it and to not make it dull and boring. But maybe it just is dull and boring, and that's the point.
Yep.
That's
If
fair.
explosions are going off and shit all the time, you're not going to fall asleep. You're too into it and excited, right? Which kind of defeats
But
the
if it's
purpose of 3 days without sleep, right?
Where, at the start of day 2, your entire pack is finished with their challenges and been told by the elders, hey guys, you get a free day to go celebrate, go hit town, have some fun. Make sure you go and tell your Aharon about this.
And use this section for the bond for entry and exit.
Yep.
And you're over here making willpower rolls to stay awake, or stamina rolls to stay awake, and like try to
While being
keep your.
bored out of your fucking mind.
Maybe halfway through day 2, they send the chatty kinfolk over,
Just to distract you.
right? Or maybe not the chatty kinfolk, because they learned their lesson after the one guy frenzied. So they send someone who can maybe not die immediately.
Or maybe they send the very distracting kinfolk.
But I mean, exactly, right? Something to really fuck up what you're doing. And you're sleep deprived, so it's going to be that much easier to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I asked for one. You guys gave me the ideas. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go through some of the other examples they give to, let people hear.
Yeah. So we've got Aharon. What other ones look weird to you, Danny?
I mean, the Galliard one kind of just makes sense. It's, you're compose a song or a story honoring the Gower that you're challenging. Or maybe the rest of the Sept or Cairn.
I think this is a pretty common one for Galliards.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've done this. I remember in the Virginia games, to rank up, the Pax Galliard had to go and learn about the life. And this was the thing, is there was this detective work component. Had to learn about the life and the personality of a recently fallen ally. Because that pack, I mean, this was also a Galliard, so that pack lost their Galliard. So it was the player's job to eulogize this fallen comrade.
Yep.
Of somebody he didn't know and he needs to learn about.
Well,
You didn't know.
right.
Okay.
It's a coworker. It's not even an acquaintance, So, what did he do? He had to go around. He asked the pack about this person. And then he went and found out that, this person would sneak out of the Sept and go to an open mic night in Manhattan at this particular fucking coffee shop once a month. Which, hey, you snuck out. That's pretty hardcore in the first place. And then they go and they found out that this character had this whole life there and was well known and liked and respected, and had a couple fans who showed up every open mic night. And this was a really talented songwriter. And this guy had a huge crush on her, but thought she was gay because of misunderstanding the lyrics of the song, because the songs were about Gaia.
I remember this one.
I thought that was a nice touch.
That was a good touch.
Because she's singing about the Garu Nation, but she's doing it veiled enough that
Yep.
That's why Jamie.
Heavy veil.
right?
And I will say, for the Galliard specifically, for me, I've run into the issue recently of once you've run it once or twice, it gets a little boring for it to be just tell a story or learn this story so you can tell it. But you can add your own spin on it. And I've done it twice so far with 2 different challenges.
Do tell?
The first one was in the Wild West game where Ginger was playing a game with an elder. A elder strider that had come to the sept, and she picked out a few individuals and made glyph pairings to represent them. It started off with 5 glyphs. There was 5 people in total, and each time she removed a glyph from the total. And Ginger had to figure out, who is this supposed to be? And it wasn't just, tribe, breed, auspice, and then like their deed name. No, it was more abstract. It was playing around with the concept of different glyphs, such as, the one Metis in here who is Geta Fenris, and his deformity is having these constant like sores on his body that are just constantly weeping blood. His deed name was Rolls in the Red Snow.
I like that.
And the glyph pair for him specifically, she was down to the 2, was Snow and Blood.
See, that's excellent.
Because he's only ever been known as Snow. If you didn't hear his actual deed name, he's always just called Snow because, hey, everybody shortens your name. And so, it was all glyphs associated with the name, but never quite, something 100% guaranteed. She only had to get 3 of these. She had to get 3 out of 5. If she wanted to continue, she could to try earning those little extra brownie points with this Galliard. And I think it worked really well. And I actually drew these out on index cards. I used to have them until I finally got rid of them.
Nice.
Oh, for shame.
It's a bummer, but it was nice. Nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 3 years ago. But anyway,
You're 3 years
most
ago.
recently, with Phil, he's having to tell a story. Specifically, the Strider he challenged told him to come up with his most... It doesn't matter if this is a Garu story, a human story, or whatever. It doesn't even have to be true, but tell me a story that is important to you. One you enjoy, one that's just your favorite. It has to be important to you. They're sitting across from each other at a fire. He starts telling his story. He gets maybe 3 sentences in, and she slaps him. He's already at 9 rage, by the way, after that slap.
Oh, shit. So I need to pause you there. I'm sorry. Because that puts some extra context on some shit.
I didn't know his rage was that high to begin with. I'm going to be honest.
Well, you guys played as of this recording, right? The day we're recording this. You guys played last night. And I was talking to Phil.
Started the challenges.
Right. And I was talking to Phil post-game because I wanted to mess with him a bunch.
Yep.
This is where I told him that I had convinced you, CJ, to change his challenge and make it a gangster rap.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's for everybody else. But he mentioned that about I didn't understand the context, right? Because I didn't know that part of the challenge, right? I didn't know about that. So he's like, man, I'm at rage 9 and I got like 7 temps or whatever he said. He might have said 4 temps.
Probably 4 temps.
Either way.
But
he gave me a number.
Permanent was 9?
Probably not. It might be reversed.
It might be reversed.
Okay.
I'm not.
Sounds like it's reversed.
Look, I don't see his sheet. I'm going off vague memory of the conversation at like 2 a.m. yesterday. Or this morning, whatever. But yeah, he was talking about that, and I didn't know the slap part. That's amazing. That's so much better.
And she specified at the beginning of this, you're not to get distracted. If you lose your place, you start over. I want you to tell the best rendition of this story from the very beginning.
And every time you get distracted.
She's going to wait. Yeah, she's going to wait every 4 or 5 sentences from now on. She might even just make it random, and he's going to get a slap. She might start heckling him, really picking apart.
I love it.
And the whole idea is, can he get through this story without losing his goddamn mind?
I love this. And I want to say, right, before we continue these, because I like how we're going down the list and we're going to go up the ranks and talk about, make suggestions, personal experience, consult the storyteller's book. All these are great things. But I want to point out that when we're talking about our first rank challenges to get from Goliath to Foster, right? When we're looking to hit rank 2, those challenges should be representative of the core values of the auspice itself. I would focus less on excellence and more on competency.
Yep.
And when I say that, I bring us back to, the games like Danny's first game. This is the stuff we covered in the postmortems, right? With Jaeger, Jaeger the Philodox is his rank challenge. And I mean, we haven't gone, but this will be the next segue, I guess, to get to Philodox, right? We can do that next. Yeah. He got to the Elder and actually in this case, I think the Elder butted in because she did not like who you went to and what he had to say. So she took it over. Yeah. I was like, you're not getting off that easy.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like, you're going to recite the litany for me?
I think that's exactly what it was. Yeah, he went to Owens, and that's what Owen said. And Kasai hears this. He goes, absolutely not.
Yep.
And so what she did was she asked him a question about part of their experiences that they had. And she asked him about his personal view as a Philodox and why he made the decision he did, what was right or wrong in that scenario. Now, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. For Kasai, in this case, she wasn't looking for a right answer.
Nope. It didn't matter what my answer was. It was that I had an answer.
Yes. That.
And that I supported it and what I supported it with.
That's correct. Yes. It wasn't that you were right or wrong. It's you're showing your ability to think, your ability to make a judgment as a judge.
Right.
And he failed because he didn't because I passed him anyway. But the character, Jaeger, totally biffed it because he ended up contradicting himself and flip-flopping like 2 or 3 times during the course of the discussion.
Because I misheard a thing and then I realized that I misheard it and tried saying it in the same breath of a sentence.
I cannot verify that. I mean, I was there, but it was also several years ago.
Yeah, it was pretty damn close.
But the point still stands.
Right. But yeah, the point is less to bust Jaeger's balls about that and more about that. That was the point, was not right or wrong, not to show me you're excellent, but to show me you know how to think. Show me you understand what being a Philodox is and that you're willing to do it. And something that from 1 to 2, I think is acceptable. 2 to 3, different ballgame.
Oh, way different. It's got to be way harder.
I will say a little inspiration from a scene that I recently witnessed in a game that Porter knows for sure. I could totally see something similar with the having to make that choice, having to make that decision and be questioned on it, being done for an Ahron as well. Of you have the Ahron, who's the Elder, who's giving you a scenario. How do you respond? What do you do? And then him just ripping you apart before giving you the next one.
Oh shit!
And you have to say it with confidence, and you have to make that call. You can't hesitate. You can't be like, maybe we do this. No, we should do this. No, you have to make that call. You have to make it now, and you have to stand by it.
Yeah, and don't change your mind after you get ripped apart.
Right. And now I just had a flash because we're all over the place. Fuck it. We'll get back to it. Mm-hmm. But you saying that, I could see your local glasswalker around. Mm-hmm. Or even a bone gnawer around putting together some football highlights.
Yep.
in making you is the challenger go through that and develop the strategy based on or how a play fell apart.
Yep.
I kind of like
you got to actually watch the footage, buddy.
I would shoot myself so fast.
But it totally holds up, right? For a more city involved Garu using the plays of a football game as battle strategy. Mm-hmm. Because hey, maybe if you're into battle strategy or you know that person's into strategy, what are you going to do? You're going to look into Hannibal. You're going to look into Napoleon. You're looking at like Genghis Khan. You're going to, you're going to look into these great strategy,
Absolutely.
It's through history. But not Super Bowl 22.
Around a little amount.
No, not Super Bowl
Now you have to research football.
But like, you don't even know you're going to do it. You show up on the day, ready to talk Napoleon or, the Battle of Waterloo or whatever. And fucking Cowboys Lions. That never happened. Lions at the Super Bowl.
That's funny.
That's stupid.
That was a really dumb idea.
Anyway.
But no, I can see it. He's holding, maybe he just read Art of War.
Right? Because, hey, we're going to prep.
Yeah, but then
I read all about the Battle of Hulao Gate.
Yeah, and then you're told, what happened on this play? Why didn't it work?
Right.
Yeah, Super Bowl 24, let's go.
Football! But again, this is the out-of-the-box kind of thing, right?
Yeah, no, it's a cool idea.
So it struck me, I'm like, no, we got to talk about that immediately. I know we just did on, but fuck it. We didn't do the example, so fuck it.
Well, maybe that could be the rank 2 one.
Well, no, whatever. We're on Philodox right now.
Yep. But I like that having to do something similar of, maybe you're given the call, maybe you're given the scenario similar to a court setting of, who's right, who's wrong, what kind of punishment do you deal out? Do you deal a punishment? Giving you maybe a few of these impossible, okay, who's right, who's wrong here? How do you punish these two people in your pack who've had a menace? What call do you make?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that, giving hypotheticals.
Or taking you to a minor disagreement or something, or a similar little trial that's here, and either having you make a call, or on the sidelines, what would you do? What have they done wrong?
Yeah, if there's some kind of minor dispute going on, and, minor, take this off my hands and go solve their dispute and make sure everybody's happy with the answer. I don't want to hear about it when it's done. Make sure everybody's happy. If I hear about it...
my authority.
Yeah, you have my authority. If I hear about it, you failed.
Here's what Storytellers 3 said, though. Ready? Use reasoned speech to convince the Garu you challenge to admit you to rank 3.
I mean...
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
Maybe from rank 3, but...
It feels more ragabashy to me.
That's what I mean. What?
Are you sure you didn't read the wrong one?
No. Silverfang's Shoulder Guy and Black Furies place great emphasis on the power of words, so this type of challenge appeals to them. Also suitable for Philodox of any tribe.
Or 20 has convinced the challenging Garu through an impassive speech and debate to recognize your rank.
Yeah.
The language there is better. The one out of Storytellers 3 makes it sound more like a ragabash. Trick me into it.
Yeah.
Which we already did.
The convince.
Yeah.
The convince is a little bit better.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll take it. And I think, again, when we're looking at 2 to 3, it should be more about competency. Not just I grasp the concepts here, but I understand and I can execute. I'm good at this.
Yep. Right.
So then next would be Theurge.
That, I guess, easy way out, just gain a boon from a spirit.
Which is what I did, right? For Jessica back in the day. And it's, again, it's not difficult, and it's showing that I know how to speak to spirits. I know how to do this correctly. Again, it's showing I get the basic concepts.
Which is pretty much what Storytellers 3 is.
My first Theurge challenge is a Theurge, not in your game, in somebody else's game.
Right.
I was to find a specific flower, and then I was to find a moon bridge, or open a moon bridge, or have the person open a moon bridge for me, and cross it on a certain moon, and place the flower at the edge, and then come back. And whenever I made it to the end, before I could place the flower, there was a spirit there that was preventing me from placing the flower, and I had to solve a riddle from it.
See, that's solid. That's
a cool one.
Yeah.
A nice little spirit quest, and the riddle is important.
In there. Yeah.
Dakota, or Voice of Mouse in my game, her Theurge challenge is a 3-parter. One is to re-up deal, basically make a payment to a spirit that's helping guard the sept. The other one is to negotiate a deal with one, which is specifically with a deer where she's going to have to kind of beat it to earn its respect to make that deal. The first one is just you got to feed the bear and not be bullied by it. The third one is to forge a new pact with a spirit, specifically a hummingbird. This is the one, can you get creative enough to figure this out? Or can you realize this thing does not have the attention span to be a Karen Guardian spirit?
I like that. I think I might have made that a more advanced challenge.
Possibly.
But I do like that. I think the first two totally cover it. You're fucking... Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're a tough customer, Siege. Shit.
It's because this game is only going to be up to Fostern. They're going to spend a little while there, and the game's done. So, might as well make these count, make these memorable.
No, that's perfectly fair.
Things come in 3 when it involves spirits usually.
I'm just saying, it was a little
hardcore,
right? Fucking
Theurge is my favorite auspice.
Yeah.
You're playing a Theurge.
No, I get it. You better hope that I don't inherit some of your meanness with us hanging out. Kyla's going to be like, I'm ready for my... All right, lick the Nightmaster's nipples. To the abyss with you. Like, do it and come back, though. You got to live.
I mean, you say that, but if we get up to a higher rank, I've got a harder challenge I'll share with you that I did complete also in the other game.
Harder than licking the Nightmaster's nipples. How is this?
Oh, no.
That's what I chose.
That's the wrap around, too.
Sweet.
I meant harder than his 3 harder.
Oh, okay. Christ. What the hell, Strides?
They also picked a stargazer who they've constantly interrupted anytime they went to talk to her mid-meditation.
Ooh.
She went to go challenge her. She was meditating in the shrine area, not her normal area, because that's where they keep finding her. And she asked, how long is she going to be here meditating?
It makes me wish that Dodger wasn't around.
Yep. But my favorite part was in the session, in the session, she asked, how long will she be here meditating for? And I said, I don't think you've ever seen her finish meditating once.
Which, by the way, a test of patience could go well with a Philodox.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because, it's not just enough to have a wisdom and judgment, but the presence of mind to keep your cool when shit isn't going right. It's important. Maybe the wherewithal also to carry out the sentence.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Your judge, your jury, sometimes executioner.
Right. And the importance of being able to pass that judgment, to follow through with the punishment. It's one thing to talk the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But another to actually carry out the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like when you have the teacher who's constantly threatening to take your phone away, but they never actually take your phone.
Right. Well, the Ahran will do it. No. You will do it.
Yep.
But we were talking Thurge. Welcome to the show. We're going to bounce around. Sorry.
It happens.
Right. There's 5 auspices. You can handle it. Grabbing the spirit boon, simple stuff. And you've got some great stuff there. And I like with them that the riddle contest is fucking textbook. That's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
What's it got there, Danwell?
For Storytellers 3, for Thurge, is create an original and useful fetish in a specified amount of time.
Ooh, that's...
For what rank?
Yeah, that's a
3.
lot.
For rank 3.
That was also one of my challenges as a higher rank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I thought we were still talking...
It was receive a boon from a minor spirit.
Yeah. I thought we were talking rank 2.
No, we already did that. We already did rank 2. Yeah, we already did rank 2.
Well, we just did. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
We were seeing if it said anything different in that book.
Yeah, for rank 2. Like we
Yeah.
were still on the rank 2s, and we get.
Well, I was no. It's what you said for what you did with Jessica. It was almost identical for what
Oh, well, there you go.
for Thurge.
Okay.
Yeah, rank 3 to make a fetish in that time better be like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's way
that
too
was-
excessive.
Yeah. My rank 3 challenge was to make an original fetish. And it did take, we did it over a long beach episode, which was spanned over the entire summer of our
See, there you go.
pack, just being
Yeah.
around the cairn doing our job. We just didn't have anything going on to leave the cairn.
Yeah.
And so I did my rank challenge at the beginning, and then we kind of went through what I was doing throughout these 3 or 4 months to make that fetish. And some of that was actually going to learn the Rite of Fetish because I didn't have it yet. So I had to find somebody to teach me the Rite of Fetish, and then I had to come up with an idea and then make it happen.
Yeah, because that's a big deal. And I feel like my concern there too, right? I know this is a little different because now we're just picking on what the fucking book said for the next rank that we're not even on right now. But too bad. We're talking about it, so fucking right. That's a terrible idea. Well, because with the time limit implies like within a night or within a week. And that's not sufficient time to make a fetish of any particular quality. I feel the message behind that challenge is do a shitty job.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, I get what you're saying.
But I mean,
So long as the time they gave you is reasonable.
But still,
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of that little sentence, right? Create an original and useful fetish in a specified amount of time. In order to accomplish this, a Garu needs to succeed in locating and binding its spirit, creating a fetish vessel, and ensuring that it serves some useful purpose.
I mean, yeah, that's just making a fetish.
That's making a fetish.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's the time that's the ticking clock on that's troublesome to me.
I agree.
Because if you're doing this correctly, getting that vessel properly prepared is not, it's not a weekend journey.
It should. Yeah, it shouldn't.
no,
have a
this is
timeline to it.
you have a season to do this.
Yeah.
Right?
I had the entire summer for my character. It was until like the leaves started to fall on the trees or something. And so I was sitting over here like beading like tiny beads on a string.
Yep.
And then he would like have me roll crafts, and if I messed up, I'd have to start over from the beginning again, because you know what happens when you drop that string with those little beads.
Oh, it's done. Nice.
Everywhere.
Well, case in point, it wasn't for a rank challenge, but Danny, your character Jaeger made a fetish.
Yep, sword.
He now granted he's not a thirst, so he had to go to a thirst to do that part of it.
Right.
But he forged that blade. He cut it down, he sharpened it, he took care of the construction of that fetish all by himself, and it took months in 3 attempts.
Yeah, 3 attempts.
Fucked up twice. Had to start over. Because that's important. I mean, the quality of the vessel is super important in terms of the fetish, which that's a different show, and we've done that. Right. But it was just so jarring to me that, no, you need like a week to make a fetish. Fuck it. You're in 3.
Maybe for a slightly different one is to go and get a specific material to serve as a vessel for a fetish.
See, that could be a good alternative.
I like that alternative.
And then your next quest or your next challenge is to make the fetish.
Or even talons.
Yeah.
To get, certain type of talons, or maybe a combination of talons. And top of my head, right? Because let's face it, we've talked about this. Fetishes can be, they can and they can't, right? There's a formula to making a fetish. There are variants, obviously, depending on the type of spirit you choose, even if that spirit would produce the same result, right? If you wanted an arrow that's going to electrocute you, there are certainly different spirits out there you could choose to put in that arrow. But so maybe that becomes the challenge, right? You go to that Thurge, and he's like, okay, well, bring me, bring me a Bane arrow, bring me a fucking elk tooth necklace, and that's not a talon, but whatever. I'm struggling to think of more talons at the moment.
A pepper bomb.
Sure. a fire, bring me a fire arrow, an arrow that will fucking burst into flames. But just a list of, a list of different types of talents to show aptitude in creating different types of talents.
Yeah. What's it called? One of those, basically the equivalent of a taser, but you can't use a spirit of light.
Sure.
Setting those restrictions in there. So you have to be creative. You have to think outside the box.
And I would think of that too. Like if we want to go beyond that, something to the extent of like tying a bag to a tree, right? Like a bag of whatever, coins, piss, who knows? Maybe it's a trick that way. Haha. And you tie this fucking leather bag or whatever to a tree full of whatever, and you go, bring me the contents of this bag. You are not permitted to climb the tree.
I like that idea. That's a cool idea.
And in fact, to add to that, I remember, I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy.
No.
I mean,
it's not a good movie. Okay.
But it's Eddie Murphy.
Cool. I'll watch it.
It's entertaining.
I vaguely remember it, and mostly because of the funny things you used to tell me about it.
Well, it's Eddie Murphy. It's a fantasy adventure movie. So it's Eddie Murphy fighting demons and shit.
Yeah.
But he has to go through a trial during it. And he has to do this whole mystic obstacle course. I'm a little bit spoiling that thing, but the movie came out in like 87, so suck it. And he's got a glass of water. He has to carry this glass of water through this obstacle course. And he's told, don't spill the water. Well, he's going for the MacGuffin. He gets through. He's got the glass. But the MacGuffin is being suspended over a fire. Like it's almost being roasted on a spit, right? Like you can't, there's fire. Yeah. You can't. And so what does he do?
Drinks the water.
He drinks the water. Puts out the fire.
That's what I would have done.
Right? But there you go. He's good on you. That was it. He couldn't spill the water. So he couldn't pour it out. He drank the water. The fire went out.
I think this also might work for something similar would work for a Ragabash challenge.
Yeah, that sounds pretty Ragabash.
And I will say, another scene from a movie came to mind of this is the in Captain America, get the flag off the flagpole.
Nice. Yes.
And all he had to do was walk over and pull the pin on the flagpole.
I think that's a great rank 1 to 2 type challenge, I think. It's probably better than break into the elder's house and do a thing.
I mean, he doesn't have to break into the elder's house in my challenge.
No, but,
Yeah. In my game, Wrath or Ragabash he went to the Silent Strider, one of the elders, and one of his elders, and was given an item and told he has to slip this into the boogeyman of the Sept, the guy who everybody is afraid of in this pack and thinks they might be gutted at any moment if they look at him wrong, and just slip it into his favorite jacket.
Did you do the thing I suggested?
A little bit. It's he found the Strider in his own little personal area of shrines to where he's appeasing some of the restless dead because he can't really go anywhere. And so he has one that's a very minor poltergeist. It's like the spirit of a 10-year-old. He took the little fetter, wrapped it up to protect it, and the whole idea is this thing's just going to cause some minor inconveniences. Wrath had this thing for less than a minute. As he's walking around, he had to do a roll as a rock was lifted just so ever out of the ground to catch his foot.
That's funny.
Sweet.
And the guy he's having to put this in the jacket pocket is the Strider's boss.
Hilarious.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Can I say what I suggested?
Yep.
I mean, I can, but I'm making sure with you.
Go for it.
I suggested glitter bomb.
Yep. Had it been the other person he was thinking about challenging, it would have been a glitter Garen. See, the fact that it's the Strider with a lot of ghost around him.
No, for sure. I just thought glitter bomb because right, like it's a double edge because if you win it, right, if you win the challenge, right, you're probably in trouble, right? But haha, we've made fun of this elder or whoever the target was. Haha, look, I got you good, you fucker. But if you fail, You're wearing the shame in all sorts of shades in the sunlight for like a month, right? Because it went off on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is to get to what rank?
Rank 2.
Yep.
Okay.
I like that. No, it's good. Because if you win it, you're going to be in trouble. But if you lose it, you're going to be even worse trouble.
Or just the subject of mockery forever.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I'll say this, there is a very easy answer to this if he thinks to go about it. The guy who he's having to prank in this case is the right-hand man of the Sept leader, who he lives next door to in a different cabin. If he goes to the Sept leader and basically explains and be like, oh, this is hilarious, I'm going to help you, he needs to loosen up, and we'll give him the keys to the cabin.
But by the time you get to run this game,
it would have already happened.
You have already happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason why I have no problem talking about this, because they're set up. He's making his plan now. I've given him till the next sunrise in game to plan it out and execute.
Fun.
That's outstanding.
That is awesome. That's a good one.
And this is the thing, right? Because again, we're looking at the different rank, and as we go up the rank and how these get more difficult,
yes,
and what they should be. And again, we talk about, you brought it up, CJ, or you made a great example, is who you go to makes the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yep. The ghost versus the glitter bomb. You know, the philosophy of those particular characters should matter for sure. It's been a while since we brought this up, but let's move back to the Thurge example. You know, there are a lot of different philosophies when it comes to dealing with spirits, you know, and I would often cite the examples of Adoma Amen, who had a level of reverence for the spirits that would occasionally get her in trouble because of her undying need to honor and fulfill no matter what. Right. And I point to the time but where she would make an agreement with the spirit that would be to the detriment of the people around her, but she would still fulfill because she wouldn't even consider breaking her pact with the spirit. Where a more pragmatic Thurge might make that deal to save lives in the short term and then kill the fucking spirit, knowing the danger of the pact that was made.
Which, using the bear example from the first part of the rank challenge for my Thurge, I could totally see a character like Vodoma being taken for all she's worth in how much food they have to bring the bear.
Oh, yeah, she'd get into trouble fulfilling that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then at the meantime, we jump to the example of Jasmine, you know, who awoken the spirit of a semi-truck and convinced it to kill itself by running through the building so they could get access.
Yep.
Which is, you know, to most Thurges completely fucking abhorrent.
Yes.
But if you look at those two, the reverence versus the spirit is just a tool to help me get what I want.
I was going to say that.
Those are two different rank challenges that they would offer entirely. And that's the kind of thing you want to think about too. Just because an NPC is an elder, like is higher rank than you, doesn't mean they know everything. It doesn't mean their shit is always together. It doesn't mean they're necessarily good at their jobs or that their worldview is helpful. You know, the NPCs are not there to be perfect at you. You want them to have flaws, warts and all. You want them to be as full and real as possible. And that could lead to some dangerous situations when you're looking to call down an elder.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We had the character Bloodletter who wanted to do his rank challenge, and he's looking around at the Sept. You know, this was and his options were Whiplash, who he was scared shitless of, and this guy Gren Eyes of Fire, who hated him.
Yeah, which one are you picking?
Right. And now here's the thing: Whiplash, he might be scared of you. But you go to Whiplash, you will get a fair deal.
Yes,
because Whiplash is a believer.
Yes,
right.
He might make it suck for you in the moment,
but he's not going to make it
deal.
Right. It's going to be a fair deal. Gren Eyes of Fire would try to get him killed.
Or at least horribly maimed.
Right. Like, how can I make you suffer?
If I'm remembering correctly, when we were doing a rank up, I think it was from rank 1 to rank 2. So we were trying to become Thostern. There was an individual within the sept who gave our pack a real hard time. And the Galliard in our pack had a couple options of people to choose from. And one of them was that Galliard that was giving our pack a really hard time. She was not a nice lady. And was also, I think if I'm remembering right, recently demoted. Because she kind of fucked up in her own right, doing some, I can't remember. Anyways. I don't remember exactly. Ended up choosing her and had to sing her praises, which was mildly embarrassing.
Just mild.
What's it called? And one of my favorite things about this is the relationship in the opposite way of, the friend of the pack came up for wrath with the Ragabash challenge of there was somebody just one rank higher than him who's actually on good terms with the pack that he didn't challenge because he was like, he's going to make it easy on me. Which is like the big brother pack Ragabash for them, which no, it would not have been easy. But at the same time, it would not have been as difficult as go reverse pickpocket a Garu named Hatchet. It would have been, hey, there's this Fianna. We know they have a secret stash of booze somewhere. Go get some. Because it's the special stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that, though. Because, he didn't go to them because it would be too easy.
Or he thought it would be too easy.
I mean, you got to respect that, though.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
in game. You gain a little bit more clout that way. At least in my head.
Oh, yeah. But it was one of those things. Like, yeah, you could have the friend of the pack who you challenge who might go a little easier on you. But if they're a good Garu, it's still going to be a challenge.
But certainly. And, there's a benefit to having those allies, and you take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Again, hopefully, as a storyteller, don't make it super easy on them because then, but yeah. Now we are getting close on time. And we're not quite there. So what I'd like to do is kind of, I don't want to lightning run it per se, but let's move a little further down the list to let's get an idea or two per auspice of something for like the rank 3 or 4 range.
Okay.
Something, something bigger time for players who are on that level. I don't think we need to get to Elder because that's
not necessary.
Right. We just, this is some of the higher end stuff. So what do we say? Start with,
well, we already did Thurge.
I have one.
Go.
Yeah. Well, I have one for an Athro Thurge, one that I did.
Okay.
It is based off the one written in the Core 20 book. Is convince a spirit to act in a fashion completely contrary to its nature without harming it.
Which is a little Herculean.
Yeah.
So that's excellent.
Yeah. So, it's Athro. So you're getting up there. We were in a completely different sept. We were in a Get sept. I was in Ictina. I had the option to wait till we got back, but my character was a little quirky. So she was like, nah, I'm going to do it here. Fuck it. So I asked not a complete stranger, somebody I drank with one night. And I guess I impressed him with the amount that my character could drink. Anyways, asked him for my rank up challenge. And he told me that spirit up there, the fire spirit, go make it swim. Which
should be impossible, but we give that a pass at that point because the storyteller said it, so it's got to be doable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he was expecting me to have it like swim through the air and kind of talk my way through that.
Okay.
What I ended up doing was going down to the harbor, found an oil leak.
Oh.
In a boat and exploded the entire fucking harbor, caused chaos in the village as the shipping harbor, the livelihood of this village exploded because I set it ablaze.
That's beautiful.
The spirit had a great time.
I imagine so.
And see, for me, I would do probably, that was fucking great. I would probably look into something on the rounds of, and I'm sure a simulacrum of it is there in Storyteller 3, something to rounds of going to a near realm and surviving, bring something back under a time limit. I think that's in there already. I would say a specific item, perhaps something pulled from the abyss.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a hardcore fucking high-end challenge, right? Because getting to the abyss is not difficult.
It's getting out.
Yes. Finding the item, getting out, that might even be for rank 5. I don't know what. But, something higher end, this is what we're doing. We're a little halvesies lightning around here. You two got something? CJ, Danny?
I see one for a Galliard for Athro that's a little interesting at the same time, but I don't know if it's too little for rank 4, and that is to write a song praising a rival and use it to end the differences with them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could kind of see it as use this to bury the hatchet with somebody who you're rivals with in the sept. That being the hard part, but at the same time, it doesn't quite feel rank 4 for me.
No, I agree. I would I'd lean something to maybe a memorization of certain aspects of the silver record or something, which is boring, but also so is do the thing you did for rank 2, but only with a guy you don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at that point, it could be like memorizing the entirety of an elder's life who has died recently to recount their story at a moot.
Or, and I don't know if this fits the rank, but this is in my head. You have the same story told different ways.
Okay.
Sing the song of, Butchers in the Shadows, right? Tell the story. This is a saga of Butchers in the Shadows. Now it's a poem. Now it's a song. Mm-hmm. Now do it like we're at a party.
Okay.
Now make it a fun limerick. Gangster rap. I joked the last one. But you know what I'm saying? To have it done, the same story, the same message, but done differently for different audiences in different times. Because it's not always appropriate to do a Beowulf form long poem.
Right.
When you're hanging out of the streets with the bone gnawers, it better be Souls at this party this time.
Yeah.
Let's go. Tell the story of this heroic deed. Now make it a haiku.
Right?
Yeah. I kind of have an idea that's maybe a little bit more cryptic, but give them a story, like an event that happened, but tell the story to them in 3 different ways and have them parse out what the truth of the story is and craft a story around that based on the 3 different varying perspectives.
Yeah, I was going to say, the 3 different, not just 3, but 3 different perspectives of the same story. And I love that.
This individual's the villain. No, this individual's the hero versus this individual is absolutely insignificant, and have some complicated nonsense going on around it as well. And then tell me the truth of this story. That's your challenge.
Or maybe find the location of this battle with these 3 different tellings.
That could also be really cool. Yeah.
And when you get there, summon an ancestor spirit who was there and ask them.
What happened? Oh, I like it.
Here's this half truth. Here's that half truth. Now here's the full truth of someone was there.
Yep.
That's fun. Look at what we did.
I want to go back to your idea that you've told me a long time ago. The round, it's got to be a higher rank challenge, but capture the flag. The round is playing capture the flag with somebody a different pack, and he's going against his own pack with the leader or the round of the pack he now has. The 2 packs have switched the outrounds.
Right.
I like that idea because, if we use it with our pack here, I would essentially be going against Night Fang and Carly.
Right.
So, as the outround, I would need to know, which I already should, the strengths and weaknesses of my own pack. And where do I exploit and where do I expect them to be good? Now I have to take somebody else's pack who I know very little of and use that against my own. I like that.
While also having people fight you who should know your strengths.
Exactly.
And that's exactly the point, right? And I guess you could capture, because it was a mock suicide mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess pulling the flag off the elder's jacket or whatever is close enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it was an assault on the cairn.
Right.
And, you know, that becomes the thing is you taking a group you are unfamiliar with and leading them into battle against people who know every fucking move you have.
Yep.
Plus the rest of the Guardians and the people in the Septs.
Yeah.
And you don't quite know the strengths of the pack you're currently leading.
Right.
You're going to have to find those out on the fly.
Well, people who are going up against you know what makes you tick.
And
Yeah.
have they been prepped to sabotage you?
Like, you
You'd
know,
hope
hey,
so.
let's say we're
you-
both higher rank.
You
say we're
wouldn't
both
hope
higher-
so.
I mean, at
Let's
that
say we're both
point-
higher rank, and you know, Ricochet is having to go up against Night Fang, and Ricochet's trying to do his thing where he bounces off a wall. Well, a particular Stargazer glyph can turn that wall to sand, so you sink halfway through it.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, he would know all my strengths and weaknesses. I would know all your strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. I love the idea, and as an Around, I would hope that my own pack would be going hard against
Well,
me.
they'd be under orders too.
That too, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, can you imagine? Because if they were suspected of throwing for you, you would lose the challenge and they would be shamed,
Yes.
Or, you know, even pulling punches.
right? But then, I mean, when I wrote that was for the summer rain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only are you in charge of the Silver Star Pack and Xander is leading, you know, I guess in this case, Carly and CJ,
Mm-hmm.
but then you also have to deal with the Rabies and Chains
Yeah.
and the Defense and Desire, who are just living their lives aware that you're going to be doing this, running patrols and shit already, like on top of everything else.
You know,
Then you get to
maybe
break
one
into
of them
Lodge
who's
House.
yeah, maybe one of them who's your buddy might go take an early lunch break, where the guy who you've pissed off, oh no, I'm on duty for this.
I mean, I like the idea. And again, I like how it would be a lot more difficult because of that.
I also suddenly got a vision, right, of, you know, you starting at the Bond, you creeping up and you run across Ray, who's outside just having a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you and kind of gives the thumbs up and a mum's the word kind of thing. And as soon as you turn your back, he hits the flare.
I'm going to just turn this way and keep going.
Or offers you a smoke, and somebody comes out of the tree behind him as you go to take it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, all those possibilities I've thought of. But it's a cool idea, though.
Well, I definitely wanted something that was more than just win a fight with
Yeah.
one-on-one combat.
Yeah.
Hell, there's even
That's-
one in there. I
Yeah.
don't remember what rank it is, but there's one in there. It was like stand your ground, let everyone beat the
Oh,
shit
yeah.
out of you, and you try not frenzy.
Here it is. Adrian, withstand a severe beating or taunting from your set mates without frenzying.
There you go.
I don't recommend that one, folks.
No.
Oh,
That's,
Unnecessarily abusive.
that's going to get mean.
yeah.
Probably.
I brought in the getting jumped into a gang style thing for like the Rite of Passage, but yeah, this feels a little extra mean.
Right, like the emotional battery. Let's just berate you until you fucking cry for a month.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't start that way, it'll ramp up. That'll
ramp up.
It'll get out of hand, like almost
Somebody's gonna get
guaranteed.
carried away.
Yep. And it's going to egg everyone else on.
Ouch.
Might be an interesting one to do for an NPC that you maybe stumble upon. But
Yeah, don't do that with a player. Don't.
don't do that with a player.
Yeah, people, it'll get out of hand, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
So we lose players,
Oh.
not just from the game, from the planet.
Shit.
Yeah, that's not the...
That's
not
that's
the
not the
direction.
goal.
Nope,
Right.
that's not the goal at all.
Be kind to your fellow players.
Fucking A, right? Let's move on real quick because we want to look at it. Philodox. I would love to see something to the lines of settling a beef, a family line style beef, something that goes back through ancestors.
Ooh.
Hunting down the truth of this old feud and squashing that beef, or settling a dispute between septs.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
I could see this of summoning up like two particular ancestor spirits who've had a Hatfield McCoy style beef.
It's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
It goes back generations.
And you have to settle it. You have to settle this beef between these two spirits. They need to work together.
Or even if they don't settle it, right? Hashing out what happened and making a judgment finally.
Yep.
Because maybe peace just ain't going to happen. But we can find out what did happen and rule on it and settle the shit, whether they're friends again or not, or they're friends afterwards or not, right?
I like that idea. That's a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a beef that goes back generations. Fuck.
Well, reincarnation and ancestor spirits, that shit happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And with the telephone through the generations, suddenly, right? I think about that episode of Avatar.
Yep.
Right? See, you know it already, right? With
Valley.
Yep. And then, Aang just made up the story about, no, I knew those guys when they were kids. They were playing a game with a ball.
And that was the entire point of this beef. It was just a kid's game.
Yeah, but he made that up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you find out after the fact. Yeah, I fucking made it up.
Yeah, they don't know. Fuck them. They're friends now, so.
Mm-hmm.
All's well that ends well. Like,
Right.
let's go.
What would be a higher rank Ragabash one?
Maybe like you're told to go visit a bunch of different places and you have to bring proof that you were there for each one, but you can't be noticed.
Well, noticed by who?
Anybody.
So, like, if someone sees you, what do you mean anybody?
Yeah. They just
But it-
go in
yeah.
without noticed, without being
Like,
noticed.
Yeah, that's what it says for the elder rank up. It
Yeah.
Oh,
has
really?
no other explanation. Yeah, that has no other explanation for it. Visit a cairn of each tribe without being noticed, recognized, or challenged, and bring back proof of each visit.
Okay, but but the implication there is that it's people in the cairn. Like, you infiltrate, you get through the defenses, and okay. But like the way you said it, Danny, made it sound like, if you pass a Starbucks and someone looked out the window and saw you, you're fucking dumb.
I mean, I wasn't.
Like, what do you mean anybody?
I wasn't even looking at the rank 5 stuff yet, so I didn't know that was there. But no, I was just thinking, like, you just go to 12 places, or 12 because you said 12. Just go to like a set number of places, and you can't be noticed. I was just thinking.
I can't remember where I heard this or who it was that told me about it, but I remember a rank challenge for Ragabash that I think would work for something medium to higher end difficulty. And it was one of the ones that like first came to my mind for this. That I'm like, wait, no, that's way too much. And that is the sort of mock assassination of an elder. But you can't tell anyone about it. You can't tell your pack. You can't tell anybody at all. So, you've got the little paint marker or whatever, and you've got to go and drag it across an elder's neck. Nobody but you and the person you challenged is aware of this.
I was going to say, make sure that they don't know either. So that the difference, right, between like that out-round challenge that we were talking about earlier is everyone's in on that, right?
Yep.
And so, like, they're prepared for it, but we all know that it's a mock encounter. If you go to a rival, a different sept, and do this shit, and nobody knows, now it's real. Now, that's real infiltration there. Because if you're caught, they're going to shoot to kill. They don't know this is mock, right?
Yeah. And this is also where I would set a specific time/event that it's happening around.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, let's say the sept does a big communal meal. You have to do this at dinner or just before.
Again, and I see another example of steal the elder's treasure, but not at your sept.
Yep.
And maybe that elder
break into the Glasswalker building and steal something from the director's office.
Right. And that's the thing, right? Is maybe because the difference here, right? Again, they're not prepared for it. They don't know but maybe it's not a mock thing. Maybe Max Romano just wants Blue Boyle's pistol.
I was going to say, maybe he's He's saying it's a mock thing, but now it's a personal.
No. He's keeping this. This is his.
You're just the pawn.
But that's a danger, right? That could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to embarrass somebody, or like embarrass an elder that maybe pissed you off, you could have that person who just asked for their rank challenge. Oh, here's some awakened alcohol. At this dinner, you need to spike that person's drink.
Excellent.
And you cannot be noticed. Like, kind of a two birds, one stone thing. Actual consequences, though.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Goad this elder into attacking this person.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's rough.
These are just examples we're pulling off the cuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When you're developing these ring challenges, again, keep in mind the temperament in the relationship of the elder, the person that's being asked. Keep in mind the relative difficulty to the rank you're going to. Again, if you're going from rank 1 to 2, make sure it's more about understanding the role.
Yes.
Right. And then we work on proficiency, and then we work on excellence. And then, you know what I mean? It's the kind of shit to keep in mind. Don't be afraid to go outside the box, but remember these are auspice related, right? And that needs to come first. If the Get a Fenris Elder you came from wants to put more of a combat spin somehow onto whatever the auspice is, maybe because they're a Get a Fenris, that's fine. But but it's about the auspice, not the tribe. You can see little bias.
Flavor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, it's the glitter bomb versus cursed item.
Exactly. And there's a great example, right? Do we have anything to end off with? Anybody else?
No.
No?
I mean, these are fun, but
so.
yeah, they've easily come up with a bunch of random ones like this, too, so.
We just did.
Yeah.
So.
And if you ever are curious or think it might be too much, ask other storytellers. We got a Discord where you can do that.
That's true. That you can find the way into that, by the way, on the forums of our website, which is RageAcrossTheInternet.com.
.com.
But that'll do it for us this week. Tune in next week for the next part of Wherever Guy Takes Us, and the week after for whatever we're up to at that moment. Maybe it's going to be the remaster of Into the Breach. Maybe it won't be. Who knows? We haven't planned it, but it's on the pipeline. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for your support. Thanks so much for listening. Those of you who are part of our Ko-Fi, you mean the world to us, and I hope you're enjoying your rewards. But that's it for now. Make sure to take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Remember, things are crazy right now, but let's make sure we focus on the stuff that keeps us together and not the stuff that brings us apart. All right. Be your best self, kick some ass, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. All right, lick the Nightmaster's nipples.